Hello everyone, today on Toporo, what we have for you is a mixture of strangeness and education. Yeah, today's video is going to be about 10 strange tribes in the world. Listening about these tribes in this video will hopefully take you eons ago, when humanity started to form civilization. And maybe it will also quench your thirst for the mysterious things about how people were with each other back in the day. So let's get this video started. Despite the modern world, several strange tribes throughout the world continue to cherish and follow their odd customs. Many of these tribes live in isolation, with no engagement in the remainder of the world, which is presumably how they manage to prevent their eon-old customs from being altered. But as you'll see, not all of their customs seem like what most of us think of as normal. These tribes may practice some bizarre and strange customs, which make them subject of our curiosity. So let's start with the first tribe on our list. Huli Wigmen. The tribe is located in the Tari Highlands of Papua New Guinea and is said to be about more than 1,000 years old. The most bizarre thing about them is that they collect their own hair to either make hats out of it or to sell it. And the way the Huli grow their hair is no joke either. All I just want to say, even models wouldn't follow the strict protocols they follow to take care of their hair. The Huli measure their prosperity by the number of pigs they possess. The critters, which reside in deep tunnels crisscrossing the Bari Basin, are employed to give dowries, death fees, and other ceremonial expenses. The ditches also serve to demarcate clan borders and to protect from hostile incursions. Okay, all this talk is getting way too hairy. Let's jump to the next tribe. 9. The Sentinelese. The Sentinelese are one of the world's last isolated tribespeople, resisting all forms of interaction with the outside world. They can keep their solitude in mind because they had the entire island to themselves. All attempts to make contact with inhabitants resulted in them assaulting the oncoming boats with bows and spears. The Sentinelese are considered an independent nation by the Indian government, with the authority to confront or even murder intruders. Now, because they are one of the most isolated tribes in the world, you can even say that their customs and way of life is ancient. And believe it or not, they are a tribe believed to be 60,000 years old. So yeah, I just didn't toss out the word ancient for nothing. Who knows what mysteries they hold in their 60,000 years old history? 8. Dogon. The Dogon tribe is located in Mali, West Africa. Some claims that the tribe originated from Egyptian areas and is around 5,000 years old, since it was formed in 3200 BC. This just tells you how old their ways are and how staunch their values are to preserve their way of life. But due to the fact that they resisted to change their ways of life when Islam was spreading in the region, they were pushed back to where they are today. They are so strict to preserving their festivities and customs that to this date, nobody has filmed Singui to this date. But the Dogon are now complaining that the outside world has started to affect them and their way of life. Let's see how long they can preserve themselves. 7. The Yali People. We've often heard about how cannibalism is taboo, but what if I tell you that the Yali, a tribe situated in Papua, Indonesia, actually practices cannibalism? Yeah, it's true. And this is what makes this tribe so strange. The tribe didn't have any outside world connection until the 60s. We also do not have any idea of how old their civilization is, which means that their origins are a mystery. Remember when I told you about cannibalism? They do it just to scare people off. Yeah. What did you think? They do it for fun? Mostly they do it to scare their enemy tribes. They would attack their enemies, capture them, and then eat their meat on festivities. Later, they would crush their bones and spread that crushed dust toward the enemy tribe territory to scare them off. Brutal. 6. Chimbu skeleton dancers. Next, we have the Chimbu skeleton dancers. They are located in the Chimbu province of Papua New Guinea. There is little historical proof of the Chimbu region itself, although evidence from adjacent highland locations indicates settlement as early as 3,000 years ago, potentially with farming emerging 8,000 years ago. From this, you can get an idea of how old this tribe really is. This tribe's skeleton ritual arose in order to terrify rival clans within what is a strongly fought and very tribal area. Because they are so distant, nothing is understood regarding their private life. The tribe first came into contact with the modern-day world back in 1934. Man, it is crazy how some of these tribes have lived away from the modern world, and how they have kept their culture, which gives us an insight into strange ancient times. 5. The Surma People. Surma tribe dwells in Ethiopia's High Omo Valley. The Surma tribe are made up of the Suri and Mercy tribes. They undoubtedly count as strange tribes based on how they choose to transform their appearance. Even they do not know how old their traditions are. Suri people are extremely proud of their customs and beliefs. When a younger reaches the age of manhood, or a man wishes to marry, he must demonstrate his worth by executing a combat technique known as sagin. It simply refers to stick fight or formal combat. What makes this culture even stranger is how the women change their appearance. What I'm trying to say cannot be properly understood until you see the pictures. 4. Asaro Mudmen. Located in Goraka, Papua New Guinea, the Asaro Mudmen give off a strange vibe due to the mud masks that they wear. Of course, due to no written records, we can never know what is the history of this tribe and what are the origins. The Asaro people, also called the Holsa, dress in a traditional clothing that includes mud sacks, which play a central role in their identity. Not much is known about why they wear the masks. Some legends say that a wise man once gave one person the weapon to kill the enemies, but as they were escaping from the enemies, their enemies caught up to them and were about to kill them. But when they saw the man with the weapon or the eyes covered in mud rising from the muddy water, they thought it was a spirit and they fled away in fear. Maybe this is how the Asaro men started to wear the mud mask. 3. The Chukchi People. The Chukchi are aboriginals that live in the Chukchi Peninsula. It is believed that they go way back to 2,500 years ago and may share the same ancestors as the Eskimos. The Chukchi tribe has been termed the greatest survivors as they succeeded to endure the Soviet Union's continuous efforts to exterminate them while retaining their traditions. Not only that, but they have also survived the harsh climatic conditions of the north. 2. Himba herders. The next tribe on our list is the Himba. Located in Namibia, Africa, they are a culture who are almost 6,000 years old. The Himba are nomads. If they set up camp, they reside in teepee-shaped shelters created from mud and dung. In tribute to the deity Mukuru, they maintain an heirloom fire blazing 24/7. Considering the fact that they are a tribe thousands of years old, who knows what is the longest they have ever kept that ember blazing? 1. Kazakh golden eagle hunters. Hunting with eagles in Central Asia is a tradition that is thousands of years old, so you can just wonder how much older their customs are. They are semi-nomadic and have been wandering across the Altai Mountains since the 19th century. And not just that, they are so proud of their culture that they even remember the names from at least 7 generations. Talk about love for history. Men kill foxes, muskrats, and wolves with golden eagles and dun the hides of the animals they kill, including boys beginning at the age of 13 that trade to prove that they can handle a full-grown golden eagle. What tribe did you find most fascinating? If you had to choose, which one would you join? Please be sure to let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified for more. This is Toporo, and we're out.